Okay, I got a ton of well, it's better now. A lot of background noise. We'll see. We think we're on. We'll give it a try. We're here in the second set. The audio now is coming through the microphone and not just for the headset, pardon me, not just picking up whatever the little inadequate laptop microphone picks up. Saints trail here 4-2 in the second set. They lost the first set 25-22. They were trailing most of the first set, got it back to close to tie, but never could quite stem the get ahead of the Warriors. But so far, kind of the same. He's playing from behind a little bit early here, 4-2 in the second set. Johnson sets a nice attack by Petrie. She's going to tool it off the block and out of bounds. Another kill for Allie Petrie, her third of the match. Pretty unofficially. We believe we're still going. Owen's listening to this. Is quite. He hears us through. All right. We apologize. No audio early. Let me say this. You missed some of my best work. I'm not going to lie. You missed some of my best work here in the first set. I was on fire. I had all the calls going right. The Saints played pretty well. Didn't quite win. But we are here in set 2. Quick recap. Opening night. The number 2 team in 4A. The Saints are a top team in 7 or something like that in 2A. They met last year. It was a close set, a close match up there. The Warriors from Sergeant Bluff finished second in the state last year in their class. The Saints finished 4th. So 2 pretty good teams. Just different size schools going at it. And so it's the size of the fight and the dog, that kind of thing is what's going on here. There's a nice attack and kill that time from Elle Sneller, her 4th of the match. It's 5-4. Sergeant Bluff leads it here. They won the first set 25-22 and are back in action here. Set 2. Owen, should I say welcome to you?
Yes. Well, welcome to you. Welcome to me. Welcome to everyone. Yeah. We'll hopefully have all this figured out here in a little while. But long story short, I clicked something shouldn't have been clicked. I unclicked it and it reset, and now we're good.
Well, we think we have audio through the headphones. I'm going to have to, and won't have this horrible screeching noise. You probably turned it down, so I don't know. Maybe one of I tweet out.
Yeah, to tweet that we're going, and I'll say something here.
Yeah.
During a little break in the action, we do want to welcome everybody. We're always trying to keep up with the times and keep the technology. We are so far ahead of where we were 12 years ago when we started doing this, and through SciNet. And oh gosh, that seems like so long.
Where should I tell them to go? Watch through YouTube. What do we call this? What channel? The
Freddie Falcon.
FREDDUY?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Freddie Falcon. Just go to the website, click on the YouTube icon on the very top right of the webpage, and that's where you will find this broadcast. Of course, me telling the people out there that already did it.
Yeah.
So no good to them. But what would a broadcast be without a few little technical glitches?
Especially at the beginning of the season,
Yeah, I mean, the stuff has been sitting in my closet for a couple of months. I just dusted it off. This YouTube channel was just authorized at 1:30 this afternoon. Got the encoder set up, lots of things. We really wanted to try to get this home opener volleyball match in the books tonight, as they say, and kind of like we were talking about, man, a good trial run for the football season tomorrow.
5-3, the Saints trail this. Sergeant Bluff Luton is serving. There's an outside attack by Petrie. She pushes it through the block and down. Allie Petrie with her, I believe, 5th kill of the match. She had a couple in the first set, now has 3 already here in the second set. 5-4, Saints trail it.
I will say you were on fire that first set. It was a good, exciting match to call, too.
I'll get my groove back here. Petrie serves in the net. On the floor for the Saints in the back row are Allie Petrie and Maggie Wettengale, along with the setter, Olivia Barnes. Barnes is going to set. I'll give you your front row players here in a minute. The back row attack by Petrie. She nails it. Whoops, my fault. I went away. I'm gone. Now I'm back. Okay. You took me away.
I'm just messing with you.
All right. In the front row, I don't appreciate that. Front row, White, Blaha, and who else is up there? Alicia Johnson. Nope, that's Ronald Fagel, pardon. And Saints, that's a scrappy looking play. The bench is going to be a attack set up and killed that time by Kenzie Foley, her 4th of the match.
Blockers were there. Good angle on that attack, though. It went off the side of the hand and out of bounds.
7-5. 7-6 now as the serve into the net by the Warriors. 7-6 the lead to the Warriors. Saints will be serving. Coming in to serve is going to be Alicia Johnson. Svagel checks out. Johnson checks in. Johnson, Wedgale, and Petrie in the back row. Front row is Barnes, Blaha, and Bailey White. Saints pulled within 1. Dropped that first set in the close one. Nice deep serve played by the Warriors. Block attack, and there's a lift. Let's see what he calls here. There we go. That was the right call.
Lift.
7-7. We are tied here. Early stages of set 2. Saints trying to get back in this. Serving is Alicia Johnson. Attack out of the middle. Another block again. Bailey White camping on that middle hitter for the Warriors and pushes it back down.
Timing so important as those blockers that they want to time their jump to be at the highest. And then positioning.
Yep, you have to watch the attacker, see what she's going to do. And there's an ace serve. I think we'll give credit to Johnson for that ace. Technically, an ace serve just hits one player, and that hit 2.
Well, it hit one player twice.
Yeah.
Hit her in the hands and the chin, and then hit the other one.
Yeah, so I'll call that an ace.
Of course.
We never let anybody gamble on our stats.
No.
We give them. You always say, please, no gambling. That joke always gets old. Nice block again. White and Barnes combine on that one. Nice dig in the back row. It's a free ball up the net.
Get.
And Saints cannot get it. The dig in the back row by the Saints on the hard hit just inched over the net and was pushed back down by the Warriors. Warriors trail 9-8, and they serve in the person of libero Mia Gamet, 5'3" sophomore. Johnson sets to the right side. Waha pushes it over. There's an attack. Dug by Johnson. Attack by Barnes. Free ball back over to the Saints. Wettengale passes it to Johnson. Attack by Blaha. And down. Jordan Blaha uncorks one. That's her 3rd kill of the match tonight. 10-8. The Saints lead this second set.
Just like a good brisket, she went against the grain that time.
Wow, I don't recall brisket references in the past. I wish I knew more about brisket, besides that it's tasty.
You want to cut against the grain. Get it all smoked for about 12 to 14 hours.
Wow. We're a cooking show now, in case you didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to have a cooking show. Heck, I might do one.
Always plans here at StAlbertSportsFan.com. Got some moisture on the floor. Maggie Wettengale doing a nice job wiping it up. Got some help there from her cousin Emily Recker, and they think they have it all solved.
You know, the Saints are really playing with a lot of intensity. I was kind of worried about that first day of school and all.
It's a big day, first day of school, first athletic event. It was a JV volleyball last week, the first home athletic event of the year. Football tomorrow. There's an all-school mass today. As we know, it's an emotional summer. So, yeah, it's great to see them come out and really play. And that they played nicely the first set. They did not play with any lack of control. They're playing a good team. Number 2 team based on
comeback
finish last year, based on current talent in 4A.
Yeah.
So Saints giving as well as they're getting at this point. Lead 11-9 in the second set. And there's a nice attack. A nice looking play. Abby Weisskopf, a 5'10" senior, averaged 1 kill per set last year and has 3 in the match so far tonight. She's going to check out. Coming in her place is Abby Minton, a 5'6" senior. DS, defensive specialist, going to serve and play the back row. 11-10, Saints still lead this. Pass by Petrie, but nice dig by the setter Johnson. She just waited and dug it out of the net patiently. And there's a kill by number 10, Madison Harms. 6'2" senior, averaged 3 kills per set last year and has 3 in the match now.
She saw an opening there in
Yeah.
the Saints defense and just hammered that spike home.
When you're hitting out of the middle, you almost always want to hit one angle or the other. You never hit it straight ahead. You go a 45-degree either direction to get away from the blocker. And she did that time. Found exactly the right spot. There's a block by Belle Pershing. First-year volleyball player for the Saints. Athletic 5'7" junior. Had a nice breakout basketball season last year. Pershing with the block. Saints, not known as a blocky team last year, already have a lot more blocks this year tonight than I expected.
Yeah, they're so little last year. They didn't have a lot of height up front.
These are timing blocks. And there's a serve.
Oh, good thing that got over.
Hits the net and crawls over.
Oh, jeez.
That's what, if you think that's lucky, that's when the players have this saying, ball don't lie.
Yeah, better lucky than you.
It went over. It was a good serve if it went over.
That's right.
Doesn't matter if it caught 80% of the net and climbed over.
Nope.
It grew legs. 13-11, Saints lead this. There's an attack, block, free ball. Oh, block and then some miscommunication. So Veronica Svagel, I will give Ronnie credit for that block. She appears to be certainly the most excited about it.
Yeah, Saints a lot more aggressive at the net this set as opposed to the first set.
14-11, and there's a timeout by the Warriors from Sergeant Bluff Luton. They're coached by Renee Winkle. Again, finished second in the state in Class 4A last year to a powerhouse Dubuque Wahlert team. They lost to them in 5 sets. So there's no shame in losing to a team like that. Tomorrow. So no shame in losing to a good squad like that. So big week. School started today, Owen. Football at home tomorrow. The Falcons host Kemper Catholic. We know that'll be emotional and important on many levels, so we're all looking forward to that. And, hey, my class, the class of 78, having a little reunion gathering on the hill tomorrow night.
Many of you left?
Yes. I'm not sure many are attending. We're really good at getting together regularly, routinely, monthly, in smaller, medium-sized groups. When it comes to big reunions, we're kind of lazy about that. I'm not going to lie. Our turnout's not great, but we have a lot of spirit.
There you go.
Saints back leading 14-11. There's a terrific right side kill. I like the look of this Madison Harms, a 6'2" senior. I think we're looking at somebody who might be a all-state level at Class 4A anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a terrific attack. They call out the opposite. If you're right-handed and you hit on the right side, it's a little awkward, but she just cranked it across her body and down. Saints. Ball goes over and out of bounds. Ball pushed over by Sneller, but went outside the antenna. Point Saints. They lead 15-10. Sergeant Bluff has been, right outside Sioux City. I think the Sioux City Gateway Airport is actually in Sergeant Bluff. It's south of town there. So connected to the metro area, not unlike Lewis Central, just on the outskirts of a bigger city.
Sure.
There's a nice back row attack. Good kill that time from the back row. Give credit to Kinsey Foley. She comes flying in with the attack. Her 5th kill of the match. 15-13 Saints lead. Serving right now is Maya Schmidt, the setter for the Warriors. Barnes sets. Attacked by a Svagel, but she is smothered that time by 5'11" freshman Emma Salker, who gets the block. Point Warriors. 15-14. Saints lead has shrunk to a slim margin. And there's a pass. It's just barely controlled. Wettengale's going to have to free ball it over. Only one Wettengale to call out this year. That's a change. Won't be 2 to choose from. There's an attack by Sneller that's out of bounds. Won't have to specify Maggie or Kaylin or Allie or whatever. Just we're down to Wettengale. And if you don't know that it's Maggie, then you're not following.
That's right.
The onus is all on our watcher, our listener here. Don't you think?
Yes.
We try, but we can't do everything for you.
The information is there.
Kinsey Foley with a big kill for the Warriors. She goes more or less down the line, doesn't hit angle, kind of hits straight in front of her. 16-15 now. The Saints still hold on to that slim margin. Rotating into play and serving as 5'5" senior Brooklyn Huberty for the Warriors. Her serve is long. Oh, it's in. appeared to be going long, and it died at the end. And ace for Huberty, her first ace of the match. We were tied at 16 apiece. Second set, Warriors won the first 25-22. So glad we have the audio.
It's
Bailey
back.
White with a tip from the middle position. Ball's pushed back over, and the Saints are in the net. That's going to be perhaps Blaha. He's just isn't so sure.
You know, your friend and mine, Jeff, sitting over here.
Yes.
Not real happy with the calls.
Oh, that's right. That's a fine call. I like Jeff. Jeff's not a volleyball guy. Doesn't know the game. I hate to brag. Well, no, I don't. I'll tell you, I'll get that in a minute. There's a big attack and a kill again by Kenzie Foley. I just want to know, between the three of us sitting here, who has a gold medal in volleyball in the Cornhusker State Games?
Well, I know I do.
Yeah, and I know.
Hey, Jeff.
So there you go.
You would.
Yeah, there you go. Doesn't mean I know.
You don't have a gold medal from the Nebraska Cornhusker State Games, do you? In volleyball? No.
All right,
And
there
Jeff
you go.
doesn't either.
There you go. I think the guys are doing a fine job. Officials are doing a nice job. Early on, there were a lot of net violations,
Yes.
especially in the first set against Sergeant Bluff. That really cost them. They probably should have run away with that set in retrospect. The violations are cut down, but now the Saints are playing better. And Jordan Blaha paints the line, hits from the strong side, from the outside, goes down the line, no blocker there. Just hammers it square on the line for a point. Saints pull back to within one. They had slipped behind by a couple, now trail 17-18. And serving is Alicia Johnson. The back row with Wettengale and Petrie. There's a middle attack. Is successful by number 11 for the Warriors. Abby Weiskup, her fourth kill of the set. We set the back row. Here's the front row for the Saints. It's Blaha, White, and Olivia Barnes. Pass by Petrie. Attack out of the middle that time by Blaha. And she paints the corner back there by Coach Petrie. Jordan Blaha heating up. I have that as her fourth kill of the match. I'm probably missing a couple here. We were messing around with broadcast things. But point is, Blaha's playing pretty well. 19-18, the Saints still trail by one. Emily Recker, the senior DS, in the serve. Nice serve. Going to be a free ball over by the Warriors. And there's going to be a double contact on the setter, Alicia Johnson. As we knew, setting would be a change this year. 3-year starter. Allie Petrie moved on. She took over from 4-year starter, playing with South Dakota State right now. So there's Bailey White with a kill out of the middle.
Boy, she really mashed that one down.
Maddie Munger, I'm talking about. Her name blank now. So, this is only the third set of setters in 7 years.
Yeah.
So from Munger to Petrie, took care of about half a generation worth of setting. So he's still doing fine. A trail by one. Now we're tied. Attack is long. 20-20 here in the second set. Saints trail 1-0, but trying to even the match here.
Yes.
Great night. Wish more were here. We're a good crowd. You can always use more. I like when they open both sides of the bleachers, Owen. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I heard a little discussion in between the JV match and the thing, and it was like a game time decision, and they thought, no, and so they didn't open them. But there was thought of doing it.
I'm being selfish. We get too crowded up here when there's only one side open.
Yeah.
We get squeezed in. People stand up in front of us.
Loud.
I like the excitement, but, you want more for quality of the broadcast. There's a nice kill by Barnes. Olivia Barnes at 5'5", does some setting, does some hitting, and slaps it off the attacker's hands. What she's looking for there, when you go up to hit, Barnes is not going to hit over these girls.
Right.
So what you want to do is look for what's called high hands. You just want to find something to hit the ball off of. You can misdirect it off the hands.
Go out of bounds.
Go out of bounds. Go errantly. Barnes now serves in the net. We were tied at 21. Now it's 22-21. Slight edge to the Warriors who serve, and that's going to be Madison Harms, a 6'2 senior.
You can almost see the confidence in the Saints.
Yeah. There's a Veronica Swagel with a push dug by the Warriors, and there's going to be a double contact violation on the setter.
So just hit her hands twice real quick.
Exactly what it is, yeah. One of the indications is not foolproof, so the ball spins when it comes out.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't hit it contact with both hands at the same time.
Yep. The little nuances.
Served by Petrie.
In.
Out.
No, that looked in to me.
It was way out.
Which line is it?
It's the red
one?
It's the red.
So the inside one.
It's the red. There's only one red.
Well, I'm colorblind, man, so they both look like brown to me.
One's red, one's black. I promise you.
Well, I believe you. Just can't tell which one it is.
It was the inside one. It's the inside line.
Inside. Well,
it was way out. Jeremy Petrie was right there.
See, I thought
it couldn't hit Jeremy Petrie because it was to his left, which means it was way out of bounds.
Yeah, well, she should have let that one go.
There's a push down the line by Blaha. Taking some more charge of the offense is Blaha. But again, there's that right side. They're having a lot of success. This time it's Kenzie Foley. Now with 8 kills in the match. Foley having success, and the Warriors hitting from the right side. They lead 24-22, trying to close out the set and actually hunting an identical score to the last set, which was 25-22. So should they be able to close it out here, it would be matching scores.
And I don't know about the video. Like all the numbers are backwards, and I don't know what's going on. I might have to tweak some settings.
We'll learn. We will learn before football tomorrow. Tomorrow, our friend Charlie's out of town, so we're not getting the entire band back together, but, you know, some of the band members we know. Jeff Hubbard's going to help me with the broadcast. Maybe between sets on, we can talk about what's new with, what we got Hubbard and coming to help. It just changes. You know, we got the video change and maybe other changes coming.
Oh, there's changes. There's always changes.
Ooh, yeah. There's an easy call, and that's going to be the set. 25-22 again. There's a double contact on Barnes. The ball maybe has some perspiration or something on it. It's got in between her hands and spun out pretty tough. So Sergeant Bluff takes the second set. 25-22.
Yeah. Cool little feature.
Tell me the cool feature.
We have 5 people that are listening and watching us right now.
Ooh, 5.
Yeah, it keeps track. At one point, we had up to 12. There was 12.
Then they started listening and said, holy cow.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, there are 5 people asleep in front of their phones? Forgot to turn them off?
Exactly. So how long is this break? 2 minutes? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to tweet out the score here on our Twitter account.
I was trying to do a little bit of tweeting.
Yeah. Of course, I'm not in the Twitter hack. Here we go.
Yeah, see, look at everything's backwards. This is just freaking me out. Yeah, there's got to be a way. I don't understand how it got turned around backwards. Full house here tonight.
Yeah.
No, I walked in and I saw Ken Shriver, athletic director.
Mm-hmm.
Got his arm in a sling.
Yes.
You hear about that bike accident?
From firsthand, from the man, yes.
Yeah. All caused by a little dog and a man with a machete.
Yes, exactly. That is 100%. I heard the story that way, secondhand, and then I heard it firsthand the exact same way.
Yeah.
So I will say this: if there's a rumor mill around here, it's pretty darn accurate.
Yep.
So
talk about rumor mills.
About rumor mills.
So James Christie, right? He used to work with Simon.
Right.
He was our go-to guy. IT helped me out a lot of things.
Yeah.
As a lot of people know, we've had a lot of problems with a photo gallery, right?
Right.
Well, he's not returning my text messages, my phone calls, my emails. I've left voicemails. I mean, you name it. I've tried to get a hold of the guy.
Right.
So I get a call on Friday about this guy saying, well, yeah, James Christie doesn't work for Sign It anymore.
Oh, well.
I said, really? Oh, okay. So I had a nice little chat with that guy. So later on that evening, I texted Charlie saying that James Christie doesn't work for Sign It anymore. There was probably a 5-10 minute delay. Mm-hmm. Charlie forgot about that conversation, put out a little kind of mass text to people saying Big Ten Network now.
Yeah. Because
the Iowa thrashing of Ohio State was playing on the Big Ten Network. I see that, thinking he's replying my text. I thought, well, that's good for James. He works for the Big Ten Network. So I've been telling everybody that James Christie works for the Big Ten Network. Hence the rumor. An unfounded
That's
rumor.
the unfounded rumor. I thought you were going to say that we got on the Big Ten Network to do our broadcast. I was looking.
Hey, I had a minute and a half to kill. I thought it did.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Sergeant Bluff
That
gets the
time.
first point of the third set, and Blaha picks up her friend Maggie Wettengale, and Wettengale Petrie do the age-old sport, the court sport thing. They use their tennis shoes to, athletic
Court
shoes
sport.
to wipe up. It's a court sport.
Oh, yeah.
Racquetball, tennis,
Oops.
basketball. Wipe up the perspiration with your foot because it's closest to the floor. Wrestlers just use each other to wipe up the perspiration. Saints lead here. Trail here, 1-0. Trail 2-0 in the match. Johnson's going to set it outside to White, and she tips it successfully to a spot. Bailey White's fourth kill of the set. Of the match. We're tied at 1 apiece. Iowa Western opens their play tonight down in Kansas. Big high school game in Nebraska. Creighton Prep playing Omaha North. High school season and college season just getting going.
Football is here, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Johnson pushes over a setter
quick.
dump. Doesn't get it to go. Attack and kill that time by Weiskup, her 5th of the match. Wettengale and Recker, the cousins, kind of get crossed as to who's going to get. They both go for the ball because you can't let it drop. And gets in between them and down.
Well, I can tell you what.
Yes.
With just 2 sets gone in this third set here, I think that the Saints are going to come out of this opener with a lot of good things.
Yeah, they're going to be all right.
A lot of things that they can work on. But there's no pink elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing big, major that is causing me any concern. At this point in the season, first game, they look pretty tight. They're gelling very well. They're running their offense. They've had some great defensive stands. So I think we're going to see a lot of good things this year out of the Saints.
Give White a kill for that credit. And now a dig, but there's a net violation on one of the Saints, perhaps Pershing. Yes, Pershing. Gets the net. The referee will always hold up a number to say which player it was who was in the net. So that way,
what if it's like 6, 7?
He'll pick
8?
one. Oh, he'll just hold up.
Oh, okay. So you can use 2 hands.
You use 2 hands. Hold up enough fingers to use a number. Barnes is in the set. Johnson comes out. Svagel comes in.
They don't have a lot of players on the varsity.
No. About what they've had last few years.
They got 11.
There's a kill. Give credit that time to Sneller, her 6th of the match. Saints have a big match next week against Abraham Lincoln. I'd be curious to see the Lynx improving every year under St. Albert grad Katie Heidoff Darrington, the coach over there.
Nice job that time of getting
Swing
up.
by Petrie. Dug by the Warriors. And then a tip for a kill by Sneller, her 7th of the match.
Petrie just has another gear when she goes
yeah.
to the net. She can elevate 4 to 6 inches higher than anybody else.
Yeah, she has a big leap and a lively arm swing. Last time she tipped. No, she's now Spagel on the tip. There's a free ball over and out. Miscommunication. The set was to the outside. The hitter was thinking it was to the inside. Blaha in, Recker out. So Blaha, Svagel, and Pershing across the front row. And Barnes, Blaha, Svagel, and Barnes. Back row, Johnson, Petrie, and Wettengale. Serve in the net. 6-4. The lead for the Warriors, who rotate a couple of players. And a libero. Coming in to serve is Brooklyn Huberty. Had an ace earlier. Yes, Owen.
Just want to give a shout out quick to a gentleman by the name of Spencer Sanchez. And we'll be hearing more about him in the weeks and months to come. But if he is listening, I just wanted to give a quick little shout out and said, hey.
I thought you were going to break into the shout, that 80s song, Shout.
Yeah. Oh, good flick.
There's a lift. Yeah. The player tried to push it into a spot, which you can do if you don't bring it from too far behind, and it doesn't rest too long on your hand.
So it's kind of a subjective.
6-6, yeah, 6-6. We're tied here in the third set. Gale with the dig. Barnes with a set, got away with one there maybe, and then a kill by Blaha. When I say got away with one, that might have been a double contact.
No.
Sometimes if it's an athletic play, they'll let you get away with one. If you have to run to get it, they'll give you a little more leeway on.
So little nuances in volleyball, like in basketball, where you can take 3 steps if it's an athletic play and not be called for traveling.
Perhaps there's a dig by Barnes. Going to be pushed over by Blaha deep to the corner. That's going to be a double contact. The first ball over
came off of both hands like that, right?
Separately, not together.
Yeah, kind of hit one.
Yeah, that's called a double contact. You can make one on a first ball over, a hard driven ball. You can double contact, not on 2 or 3.
Nice little punch.
Blaha.
Good smart play.
Innovates a little offense. Her 6th kill of the night. Into service Johnson. Svagel comes out, getting an idea of what the coach's rotation is going to be. Recker and Blaha trade out, and Johnson and Svagel tend to trade out. There's a kill, attack, Dug nicely. And Blaha is dug. Attack this time is blocked back down, but not down, but dug by the Warriors. And then tooled off the block with the kill that time is number 8 for the Warriors. That's Kenzie Foley with her 9th termination of the match.
Yeah, kind of isolated on Blaha that time because she had a couple of nice little blocks. And just watching her movement on the floor away from the ball. When the ball is coming to the other side of the net where she's at, she takes a nice little angle to get, if it gets past the 2 blockers on the net. Just an excellent movement in the court, on the court.
There's a kill that time for the Warriors by Abby Weiskup, her 6th. The players who play volleyball tend to play a lot. They play the club season usually in the spring. Potentially, sometimes they don't, but they play a little in the summer as well as a team, and sometimes on separate teams. So one of those sports that's kind of become year-round. There's a block. Barnes gets his stuff back. Give credit to big number 10, tall number 10, Madison Harms, 6'2" senior, with the block.
Well, you got to remember, maybe at Sergeant Bluff, most of these girls do play together all year long. Maybe a couple of them play basketball. But the school is large enough to where you can have specialization. At St. Albert, everybody out there on that floor is a multi-sport athlete.
They are Lisa Johnson with the setter dump for a kill. 10-9. Sergeant Bluff leads it. Emily Rechter back to serve. She just rotated in for Blaha, who comes out.
Another close match.
10-9. Rechter with a nice serve, but then a nice kill that time by Harms. Her 5th of the match, the 6'2" senior. Terminates the point. We're tied at, 11-10. The Warriors lead this. Got familiar faces back on the bench, at least a couple for the Saints. Coach Angie Lance is the head coach, assisted by Carly Hively. Do not know her. It's kind of a familiar name. It's not somebody I know. But then Justine Olson, very familiar to all Saints and Falcons fans. He's a player and coach for many years. There's another attack and a kill by Harms, her 6th. 12-9. Sergeant Bluff leads.
So is there any advantage to having short sleeves or long sleeves?
No. Preference, just individual team preference. And there's Petrie. We'll say it a few times, though, but that one kind of reminded me of McLaren.
Yeah.
Just got up. Full extension,
so compact.
full jump. Yeah.
Yeah, she's so compact.
Explodes into the swing.
Oh, gosh darn, yeah. She's so athletic. She's been athletic since her freshman year. We saw that.
Serves out of bounds by White that time. 13-10. And you really can't get that great approach in full swing unless you're confident the setter's going to put it in the right spot.
Yep.
That takes
teamwork.
Yeah. It's kind of like batting practice.
Yeah,
you want a batting practice fastball you can handle.
Yep.
There's Petrie again, starting to get unwound a little bit
Boy,
here.
she just took a big old arc all the way around the team. Just in the set was perfect. I mean, she didn't alter her flight path at all.
So let's give credit to Alicia Johnson, who set that. She's now rotates out. Barnes comes in. She'll set from the back row. Again, the 6-2 offense, the setter's always in the back row. And is not able to block either.
No.
Because they're back row players. There's a roll shot that's good.
Found the hole.
It's supposed to be a back row attack, yes, from Kinsey Foley, and it wasn't quite that good a set, so she just rolled it to the open spot. Donut, as Owen said.
I've been waiting all night to
say that. Let me say this, my best Homer Simpson voice. Donut.
Donut.
And there's a lift by Belle Pershing. That'll be a point to the Warriors with Sergeant Bluff Luton. They
starting to pull away a little bit.
Sneak ahead, yes. I was just thinking that. 15-11. Lead 2-0 by identical 25-22 scores, but the first 2 sets won. There's a tough serve, and the Saints are going to get it back over. Petrie sends the free ball over, and there's a block. The Saints pick it up off the block.
Face.
Barnes is going to set, and attack by Petrie, and she's blocked. And I love her smile. She got stuffed, pure and simple. She got trapped. Set was a little tight, but she didn't make a face about it at all. She knew she was stuck, but swung away.
So it would appear to me from up here, the top row, that when you get smacked in the face like that, that stings a little bit.
Well, was this on the attack or the dig after the attack?
When it was on the block, Petrie went
after it get blocked back at you, it doesn't hurt that bad because it slows down.
She went up and hit her right in the face
after she hit it.
Well,
the ball came back to her off the blockers. That doesn't. Yeah. That only hurts your pride.
No, not when she hit it.
Oh, when the attacker,
she was
playing defense.
Yeah,
okay.
It went right through her arms and hit her right in the face.
After it goes through your arms, it slowed down plenty.
I'm sure it's still.
Again, that's a pride thing. It hurts when, besides your pride, when you're like playing on the line, the ball comes down the line and gets to your face before you get your hands up. Yeah. That hurts.
Yeah.
Off a block, no.
Okay. Well, her head snapped back like.
Well, she was just going to move it out of the way. Nice combo play that time by the Warriors. 2 players went up because the set was in the middle. 2 players approaching the hip from the middle, either side of the setter. The defense could not block them all. And it's a good-looking play.
Sergeant Bluff has got a lot of heights, too.
Good-looking team. The one they finished second last year in 4A. So they finished ahead of Lewis Central, for example.
Yep.
Now, having said that, that was a kill by Emma Salker, the 5'11 freshman. Sergeant Bluff lost to Dubuque Wahlert, the mighty Dubuque Wahlert, the round after Wahlert had knocked out Lewis Central.
Yep.
I was able to see that match from floor level. Pretty fun.
You were there.
I was there. The block again. Not a straight block, but the Saints can't do anything with it.
You've got to be on your toes to press row there at the volleyball.
It's fun down there on the floor. Oh, my.
I tell you, I dodged a few balls coming.
Oh, my.
100 miles an hour.
It is great. I love it. There's an ace serve.
Right at the feet.
The wheels are wobbling a little bit for the Saints here in the third set. And Coach Lance calls a timeout as the Saints trail 20-11 here in the third set. Dropped the first couple. I'm grateful for our line judges, Jeremy Petrie, and I wish I could name that other line judge, but we're grateful for the line judges.
I don't know who it is. Never seen her before.
It's okay that we can't.
She's from Carroll. She's from she's St. Albert.
Oh yeah.
Well, who is it? If any of the 4 people
And then now what people can watch it. This will be archived, is that right on?
Oh yeah.
People are gonna say those guys are dumb. Why don't they know? Why don't they know?
Well,
we got a lot of useless information in my brain, and the useful stuff doesn't always make it to the top.
And some of the useful stuff, we don't care about.
Spagel with the attack. It's Doug. Free ball over. Wettingale's going to pass. Barnes is going to set. Attack outside by Petrie, and she terminates. Off the block and off the defender, hugging the line. Kill for Petrie, her 9th, I'm going to say. I don't see anybody here from the newspaper cover, and I think their staff has been reduced, is my understanding.
Both the non-pro and World Pro.
They're part of the same
Yeah.
coverage. The BH, the Berkshire Hathaway Media Group,
Yep.
owns them. So they will have to get info from the coaches. There's a kill down the line again by Kenzie Foley. She's past double digits now. The 6-foot junior. I have her with 11 kills.
So is that a missed assignment because there was nobody
Well, that
on that far side?
there should have been a blocker there. It kind of went around the blocker, but when you're varying your offense enough, the blockers you can't cover all the hitters.
Yeah.
There's a double contact, so those.
How can you see that? I can't even.
Well, as soon as he blows, I thought it was a tough set. As soon as he blows the whistle, that's the only call you can make there.
Oh, okay.
You
So
know,
next time that happens, I can just say double set.
If he blows the whistle right after the setter contacts it, yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
Unless the setter's under the net, and that's a whole other call. Off the basketball goal, Saints going to keep it alive. Barnes pushes it deep. See if the Saints can win this point that feels good, and they do. Blocked by Blaha.
I was just going to ask you what happens if it hits.
Just play it. On your own side, you play it.
Yeah.
On your own side, you continue. And always just play till the whistle, number one.
Yeah.
Just play till they tell you to stop.
Right.
But if it contacts something and goes over, then you can't play it. Then the point is over, and it goes to the other side. And the referees will know. So
what do you mean if it hits something and goes over?
if it hits the ceiling, if the Saints hit it, hits the ceiling, and lands on their side,
it's no good.
Then it's point for the other team.
But if it goes up, hits it, comes down
on your own side,
of the net,
play it on your
you
own
can hit it
side,
again.
and eligible on the other.
Gotcha.
22-14.
You still only get 3 hits no matter what.
Still get 3 no matter what. Ceiling doesn't give you an extra. Or count as one.
There we go.
A roll shot, and that's going to be in the net. Violation on the Warriors. Roll shot by Blaha that time.
I didn't even see that one. That would be a horrible volleyball official.
Well, it's hard to see from the net violations from where we are. We are blocked by the official. Well, it means we have a good seat. We're right in the middle. We're on the 50.
That's right.
The center line, excuse me. Blaha with the attack. It's going to be out. No touch on the block. 23-15. Winding down here. We're just probably going to call it short. We'll sign off when we're done here. We got a long season, got some broadcasts to do. Beginning of another good year, we believe, on the hill. There's a kill for Svagel. Ronnie gets her what I have for first of the night.
I got a little bit of work to do on this thing.
Yeah.
Tidy it up and see if I can't get the mirror image.
Yeah, unmirrored.
Unmirrored, yeah.
You know what you should do is put a mirror in front of the camera. No, never mind. Point it at the wall. Put a mirror on the wall.
But see, actually,
want to use my compact? I always carry one of those.
The picture from the encoder, the output from the encoder is normal. Something between the encoder and YouTube server, it gets flipped.
All right. Barnes with her second block, 23-17. Saints just getting points that feel good now. Shouldn't affect the match, barring a miracle, and we'll take a miracle. And there's off the serve. Yeah, Johnson serve makes it 23-18. The Saints have run off three straight here. Make it a little bit closer. Johnson still at the service line, a little short serve. Schmidt with the set and a block by the Saints. Let's see, the Sergeant Bluff keeps it alive. And a kill. An improbable kill. Makes it brings us to set point, 24-18.
I think that just kind of like stunned the Saints.
That's not giving up on the play.
Yeah, they just like stopped.
Simple as that. Saints didn't give up, but Sergeant Bluff gave up even less. White's going to set to the outside, attacked by Blaha off the block and down. Jordan Blaha with 6 kills. I had Petrie for 9. White with a handful. Barnes with 3.
Got a big hill to climb. We've seen bigger comebacks.
The Warriors sitting on match point, leading 24-19, 2 sets to 0. There's an attack dug by a wrecker. The set's going to be outside to Petrie. She can't work with it outside the antenna, and that's going to end the match 25-19. So the Sergeant Bluff Luton Warriors win 25-22, 25-22, and 25-19 to take the match 3 sets to none. Saints look fine. Nothing to be worried about here. Coach has done a nice job getting them ready to go. And I'll probably own. I'm thinking next week the Saints are at home. They're on the road at Abraham Lincoln, who's going to do some things to honor Jill White, our great friend. I'll probably go over. I don't think we'll broadcast from there, but I'll go over to the match and tweet out some things.
Okay.
So we'll have some Saints.
All right.
Let's look at their home schedule. Sets up for a lot of home matches, it looks like, this year.
Yeah.
So what that means, number one, is get up here and watch them. And then you can watch the archive version later if you're glad for punishment. But number one, get here. And then football starts tomorrow, and we have cross country. There's swimming. What are we missing in the fall? Yeah, all kinds of stuff. That's it. That's all our sports. So boys and girls cross country, both looking for bigger things. Boys looking for a return trip to state and a chance to move up from their position last year, which it's good they made it to state, and they finished 15th out of 15 teams. And
hey,
they want to get there and move up. The whole
Right.
packs want to move up. Some new kids running this year, so it'll be fun.
Well, Matt, thank you. Great way to kick off the season.
For my good friend Owen and all us here at St. Albert, catch us tomorrow night, but we're going to sign off for tonight, and we'll see you then.